to Radiant Revelation 2020, Roncalli's premier fundraising event. Tonight, we celebrate 50 years of Roncalli while raising money for families who are in need of tuition assistance. My name is Chaplain Bbq. I serve as principal at Roncalli High School, and tonight I'll be your MC for Radiant Revelation. At this time, it's my great pleasure to introduce to you our Chaplain Coordinator and the pastor at St. Roch Catholic Church, Father Douglas Hunter.
Hello to all my fellow Rebel family members. I'm Father Douglas Hunter, and I'm the chaplain over at Roncalli High School. And I'd like to welcome you to our Revelation this year. But before we begin with our Revelation, we always begin everything with prayer. And in prayer, we give honor and glory to our Heavenly Father who has given us so much, especially during this Easter season. He gave us the greatest gift of all, His beloved Son, our Lord Jesus Christ. Let us begin in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Heavenly Father, we ask your blessing upon the success of our Revelation. We ask you to continue to bless the friends, the benefactors, the staff and faculty and students of our family. We ask that you are always within our hearts and in our minds in everything that we say and do as we give honor and glory to you for everything we do within our lives. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen.
You know, during this time of closures and cancellations and so much angst, I find myself longing for interaction with my family, my friends, my loved ones, and my coworkers, all those great people at Roncalli. I find myself longing for the many activities that make up a normal day-to-day life. Lucky for us, the Roncalli community continues to rally and create innovative ways to keep us engaged. Case in point, tonight. We're inviting you to spend the next 2 hours with us for an event unlike any other. Stay tuned as we're entertained by some of our fabulous students. We hear stories that demonstrate what makes Roncalli such a special place for so many people. We'll celebrate 50 years of our great school, and we're going to forget about everything else out there outside of our loved families. Tonight, our family is together. Let the fun begin.
Hey, Rebels, welcome to Revelation. A revelation like never before. But that probably makes sense considering we are celebrating like never before. We are celebrating 50 years of Roncalli High School. If you have ever attended Revelation, bidding is exactly the same. If this is your first time, don't worry. We will make this as easy as possible. It really is as simple as the click of a button. To get started, simply follow this link. You will need to answer a few easy questions, put in your credit card information, and then you will be all ready to go. No worries, it's all secure. Registering also allows us to communicate with you throughout the evening, and there are so many great items. Also, because we aren't together, we've swapped our live auction for a premier silent auction. We are offering 13 exciting packages this year. The premier silent auction begins at 7:30 p.m. and will be open for only 1 hour. Get those bids in and stay close to your screens. We will let you know if you have been outbid. Fingers crossed that you are the lucky winner. All proceeds provide needs-based tuition assistance, and right now our needs are greater than ever. For all of you who purchased a raffle ticket, thank you. 7:15 is the grand prize drawing. We'll be drawing for first, second, and third places live from my home. So grab your favorite beverage and bid high. Cheers to 50 years.
Bid with GiveSmart. In order to get started, you will need to register with GiveSmart. You'll be asked to provide your name, cell phone, and you may have the option to pre-swipe a credit card in order to expedite checkout. Once you have registered, you will receive a welcome text message which includes your personal bidding link. Be sure not to share this link with anyone else as it is directly tied to your account. Once you've registered, you will receive a text message with a blue link. Select the blue link to be directed to the items page of the auction site. You can view items by category or search for items directly. Select any item of interest to view the item's full description as well as the current bid and/or price. The system will auto-populate a bid amount based on the designated increment for all auction items. Select Bid to place bid at this amount or enter an alternate amount that is larger than the auto-populated bid amount and then select Bid. If your bid is accepted, a box will appear congratulating you as the leading bidder. If your bid is not accepted, a box will appear stating the minimum amount required in order to place the leading bid. You also have the option to place an auto bid. An auto bid enables the system to automatically bid up to a designated amount for you. The system will bid incrementally up to this amount as long as someone bids against you. If no one bids against your auto bid, the current price will remain. To place an auto bid, select the Auto Bid tab and enter the max amount you wish to bid, and then select Bid. If you are outbid at any time during the auction, you will receive a text message notification. A banner will also appear across each item that you bid on to indicate whether you are winning or losing the item. If you wish to make a donation, simply select the Donate tab at the top of your screen. Enter the amount you wish to give and select Donate. Once the silent auction has ended, you will receive a text message with payment instructions shortly after. Click the personal bidding link in this message, which will direct you to your pay page. You can also click on the Pay tab that is located at the top of your screen to access this payment page. After reviewing your cart, select Click here to pay. If you pre-swiped a credit card, you can pay with that card. Otherwise, you may enter a new credit card. A large paid stamp will appear on your receipt once the payment has gone through. Show this stamp in order to pick up your items. Once your payment has been processed, a receipt will automatically be sent to the email that you have on file. If you do not have one saved, you can add one by selecting Send Receipt Link to my email. If you would like to download your receipt, then simply select Download My Receipt. If any changes need to be made to your receipt, please notify a team member at checkout before processing your payment so that they can make the necessary corrections. Now, you are ready to bid.
Hola, a los 50 años, enhorabuena, felicidades.
Cheers to 50 years, Roncalli. Got my fancy koozie for a fancy night, so I'm ready for a great evening. Here we go.
Hey Roncalli family, this is Therese Carson. I'm sitting here with my 6-month-old granddaughter Tessa, Roncalli class of 2037, and we'd like to wish everyone out in Rebel Land a big cheers to 50 years. So Tessa, here's yours, and here's Gigi's. Cheers to 50 years.
Congratulations to Roncalli High School on 50 years of excellence. From the entire Davie family, well done, Rebels. Cheers.
Thank you for joining us this evening. These are definitely unprecedented times, and now more than ever, we need your help. As you know, Roncalli is much more than the 4 walls that make up our school, our 50 acres that make up our campus. Roncalli is a community. Roncalli is family. Roncalli becomes part of you, and that is something that will last a lifetime. Tonight we're here to support our family, and there are always families in need of tuition assistance. And because we want to ensure that everyone is afforded the opportunity to be a part of our community while receiving an education from one of the best high schools in the state of Indiana, probably in the country, 100% of the dollars raised tonight will support families in need of tuition assistance. But things are different this year. The coronavirus has impacted us all in different ways. Over the last few weeks, we've been contacted by families whom have never needed tuition assistance, but now find themselves asking for help. Tonight we are asking you to dig a little deeper and help us take care of our family. This is where you come in. Please donate now. We are hoping to raise $12,000 during this portion of the evening. Please dig deep and know your generosity will make a huge impact. Thank you from every member of your Roncalli family. Cheers to 50 years.
I have 3 children who have gone or are going to Roncalli currently, and they are all third-generation rebels. I graduated in 1984 from Roncalli, and my mom graduated from Sacred Heart in '63. The first back-to-school night I attended with my oldest, Calvin. I was walking through the halls, the same halls that I had walked through several years before, and I was seeing some of the same teachers that had taught me, and I'm passing all the other students' parents. I realized that those parents weren't just parents, but a large portion of them were people who I had passed in those halls when we were all students together.
In 2012, our daughter was finishing her freshman year at our local public school in a wonderful community we had moved to for its fantastic public schools. She came to us and said she wanted more. Our response was, more what? So as we were all contemplating that discussion, she met some amazing young women who happened to go to Roncalli, and they loved Roncalli, and they talked a lot about Roncalli. So as the summer went on, she approached us again and said, I think I know where I want to be. What she found there was an environment where it was cool to be involved, it was normal to be passionate about things, and it was urged for you to be a leader.
There's so many people at Roncalli who go and help at food pantries and retirement homes, but there's also just a sense of kindness and a willingness to help others in everyday life.
Roncalli offers opportunities for everyone, and students also help create opportunities. There are so many students with different backgrounds and different cultures and different talents.
Roncalli has so many avenues for kids to find themselves.
Before I came into high school, I was kind of scared that I wouldn't find a place to fit in, but it didn't turn out to be a problem at all because there were so many students and teachers who reached out to my classmates and me and helped us find so many different clubs and teams and groups where we could feel like we belonged.
Some students and myself led a student event called Our Family Day, which was hosted back in March. Each student was very open to trying out new things as well as coming up with new ideas each and every day.
The first thing that was very important to us is that our kids could go to a school where they could actually pray when they wanted to.
As a Roncalli Rebel, we also focus on what's most important, which is including our faith in God into everything we do. I've participated in cross-country, track, show choir, and theater, and in every single one of those groups, prayer has been a very important part. Whether it be before a competition or after practice, we always found some time to come together as a group and pray together.
We realized that Roncalli is so much more than a school, it's a family, and those are probably the main reasons we decided to send our children there, because we wanted our kids to be a part of that family.
As Catholics in this world, when we struggle, when we need help, when we need assistance, we look to the loving arms of the church to hold us, to embrace us, to make sure that we're taken care of.
She found open arms, not just from the students who became her friends, but their families as well, who welcomed her and held her accountable and loved her well, just like we did.
The welcoming environment, the fact that we get to pray together, the fact that there's always going to be someone to have your back, these are all things that you find within a family. And I think that's the most special part about Roncalli.
We are so grateful that not only our daughter wanted more, but that Roncalli provided that more for all three of our children.
There are people out there who desire Roncalli education. They want that ability to connect with their spirit and their faith in such a special way that Roncalli can offer, and they need our assistance. They need the loving and warming embrace that the Mother Mary offered to Jesus after he had died, and that the church offers to us as well. So why do we need to give to tuition assistance? Because we're called as people of service. We're called to be rebels, to be a member of the Roncalli community and support those students and those families who are in most need. So please consider giving as a part of our Revelation this year. God bless you. I'll be praying for you.
I'll always be very proud and very grateful to be a part of the Roncalli family.
Hey Rebels, it's me, Therese Carson, Roncalli's Vice President for Institutional Advancement. Tonight's Fund a Cause goal is $12,000, and we are halfway there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep going.
Hi Roncalli family, I'm Joey Newton, the choir director, and normally you would have been hearing some of my students perform live tonight at Revelation, and sadly while that's not happening, I do want to give some shout outs to my choir groups who still did some great things this semester. Today actually would have been a big day for our advanced choirs, as both our Advanced Women's Chorus and our show choir would have competed today in the Indiana State School Music Association choir contest. Advanced Women's Chorus last year had one of the best, if not the best, performance at that contest that we've had in my 9 years at Roncalli, and I was really looking forward to some more performances like that. And even though that is disappointing, again, our choirs did do some great things. Earlier in the semester, both of those choirs, Advanced Women's and Show Choir, got to perform for the entire school when we did our Fine Arts Assembly that actually featured the whole Fine Arts department from Roncalli. Our beginning choirs put on a benefit concert that raised about $5,000 for our Lenten Almsgiving project. And the other great news is our show choir actually got to finish their season, which unfortunately is not the case for a lot of show choirs around the country who didn't get to compete at all of their competitions and finish out their season. But we did get to go to all 5 of ours. In fact, we won grand champion at 3 of them. We started our season this year with 2 in a row, which put together with last year made a 5 in a row grand champion streak. We actually got grand champion at 3 this year. At the other 2, we got a 2nd place and a 3rd place. So a pretty darn good season. What you're going to see now is some of that competition show that won all those awards, so I hope that you enjoy this performance from Roncalli Rebel Rhapsody. Thanks, Roncalli. I miss you.
And so lastly, I want to encourage you to really scream and cheer for Rebel Rhapsody. Show choir competitions are loud and they're high energy. There's going to be a few soloists if you want to scream and cheer for those soloists. If you think the choreography looks great or the vocals sound great, make some noise. Don't be a quiet audience, please, okay? All right. And as we begin here, I'm just going to read the short bio that is read at every competition before they come out. So this is their cue to start. Rebel Rhapsody is a 43-member show choir from Roncalli High School on the south side of Indianapolis. They double as Roncalli's premier mixed concert choir. They are supported by a 12-member student tech crew and an 8-piece band. Rebel Rhapsody is choreographed by Melanie Ekman, Jared Norman, Mara Cover, and Eric Hayes, and they are directed by Joey Newton. Ladies and gentlemen, Rebel Rhapsody.
Some people long for a life that is simple and planned, tied with a ribbon. Some people won't sail the sea 'cause they're safer on land. To follow what's written, but I'd follow you to the great unknown. And I'd risk it all for this life we choose. Hand in my hand and you promise to never let go. We're walking a tightrope. High in the sky we can see the whole world down below. We're walking a tightrope. Never sure, will you catch me if I should fall? Well, it's all an adventure that comes with a breathtaking view. Walking a tightrope with you. Ooh, 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 with you, with you.
There's a peace I've come to know, though my heart and flesh may fail, there's an anchor for my soul. I can say it is well.
Jesus has overcome, and the grave is overwhelmed. The victory is won. He is risen from the dead, and I will rise when he calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings before my God, fall on my knees and rise. I will rise. And I hear the voice of many angels sing, worthy is the Lamb. And I hear the cry of every longing heart, worthy is the Lamb. And I hear the voice of many angels sing, worthy is the Lamb. And I hear the cry of every longing heart, worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. I will rise when he calls my name. No more sorrow, no more pain. I will rise on eagle's wings before my God, fall on my knees and rise.
I will rise. I will rise. I will rise. Let's go fly a kite.
Woohoo! We're almost there. We're getting super close. We're $2,000 away from meeting our goal. I know we can get there, right? What a way to recognize 50 years of Roncalli. Thank you.
Up to the highest heights. Oh, let's go fly a kite.
You can have your own set of wings. With your feet on the ground, you're a bird. Fly with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite.
Oh, let's go fly a kite up to the highest heights. Let's go fly a kite and send it soaring up through the atmosphere, up where the air is clear. you send it flying up there. All at once you're lighter than air. You can dance on the breeze over houses and trees with your fist holding tight to the string of your kite.
Look who's digging their own grave, that is what they all say. You're flying to your death.
Look who makes their own bed and lies right down within it. And what will you have left?
Standing on the cliff face, highest fall you'll ever grace. This scares me half to death. Look out to the future, but it tells you nothing, so take another breath. Your hands protect the flames.
Woohoo! We are almost there. We are getting so close. We're only $1,000 away from meeting our goal. We can get there, right? What a way to recognize our 50th anniversary. Thank you.
The wild winds around you.
Icarus is flying too close to the sun. And Icarus is flying, it has only just begun. This is how it feels to take a fall. Icarus is flying towards an early grave. You leave
We did it. We did it. We didn't know what to expect when we decided to turn this year's event into a virtual event. What would this even look like? Would anyone even tune in? But we did it. We raised $12,000 for tuition assistance. Cheers to you, my very wonderful Roncalli family. Cheers to 50 years.
Gonna keep on trying till I reach the high ground. Till I reach the high ground. Till I reach the high ground. Oh.
Rebels, 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 you did it once again, and in record time. We've met our Fund a Cause goal of $12,000 and with time to spare. So with that in mind, I'm going to challenge you, all of us. Let's raise even more money for needs-based tuition assistance. I think all of us know that many of our families have newly found themselves in need of financial assistance due to COVID-19. The more money we raise this evening, the more we're able to help families in need. If you haven't made a contribution yet this evening, would you please consider doing so? And if you have given already this evening, thank you. Are you able to give just even a little bit more, knowing that 100% of all these funds tonight will go directly to benefit our families in need? Every dollar makes a difference. Thank you.
Hey Roncalli Rebels, it's Therese Carson in the Advancement Office. This is the time of the night that a lot of you have been waiting for. Inside this tumbler, we have 350 raffle tickets. Thank you to everyone that purchased a ticket. As you know, all of the proceeds from tonight, from Revelation, go to needs-based tuition assistance. We need it now more than ever. So what's kind of cool about the drawing is that this is our original tumbler that was used for bingo all those years ago, 50 years ago when Roncalli started. We've kept it, we still use it. I've spun this a lot in advance and I'm going to have to spin it very carefully because the latch is a little leaky because it's 50 years old. So sometimes the tickets want to fall out and I don't want to lose any tickets. So I'm going to give it one more final spin, kind of holding on to this latch at the same time. Probably should make our tickets super, super big. Okay, and I believe, let's make sure we are not going to lose any tickets. Okay, so here we go. I think I need a drink of wine and some glasses for this exciting moment. Okay, so here we go, Rebels. Closing my eyes, reaching in. And the winner of the $10,000 raffle prize is Robert and Ann Darty. Woo-hoo-hoo! Thank you so much. We'll be in touch. Okay, we're gonna do another one. Second place, still a fabulous prize. $2,000. I'm not looking, I'm closing my eyes, I'm mixing them up. Second place for $2,000. Paul and Lori Clodfelter. Woo-hoo-hoo! $2,000 to the Clodfelters. Okay, last one. Still a good prize. Still a big investment for your $100 ticket. You're going to win $500. Wait. Suspense is killing me. Okay, here we go. Mixing them up again. Grabbing one. Here we go for $500. Judy Livingston. Fabulous. So thank you. I've been dying to say this. Don't laugh at me. Thanks to all you cool cats and kittens for supporting Revelation. We love you all, and thanks for supporting our students.
Hello, Roncalli. You know, I became a jazz fan when I was 6 years old, and the Flintstones came on. I didn't know it was jazz, but I thought that was the coolest theme song ever. and I was singing along with the words. By the second episode, I was 6. I didn't know what jazz was, but I knew I loved it. And I sang the sax riffs and I sang the trumpet riffs. I sang the words. And since then, I have been a jazz fan. One of my great blessings here at Roncalli is I am the director of the jazz band, and I love it. We always love playing at Rebelation, and we're all sad, of course, at not being able to play, but thankfully, through the use of video recordings, once again, the Roncalli Jazz Band will make music together. Enjoy, and everybody have a yabba dabba doo day. Woohoo!
Well, I'm back. Okay. This time, this is our jazz band coming out, and I want y'all to know this. You do not have to be in first period band to be in jazz band. Now, some of the kids are, but some of these kids are not. And they share their sweet playing skills with us, and it's awesome. We practice after school, and if any of you think you might like to do this, if you play any instruments, come and talk to me. Jazz band, we do play some jazz, we do play some pop music, we play lots of stuff. So, and we're gonna play a couple things for you today. The first song is a Chicago song called 25 or 6 to 4. And I'm sure that means nothing to most of you students. You might like this, though, hopefully. It features some great soloing. Evan Cloud on drum set. Rod McKay on the vibes. Katie Comer on tenor sax. And Hayden Bean on guitar. Is this on? Ah, now it is. Hey, say a prayer for us. Tomorrow, this awesome group is going to be traveling to Terre Haute to compete in the Indiana State Jazz Band Festival. So, yeah. You know what? Here's the thing. It is a lot of fun to make music. It really is. Whether we're singing, whether we're playing, it's a great gift. And you can see that all of these fine young men and women have a great time. If that's something, if you have a gift or if you'd like to explore that, you make sure and come and talk to me, okay? Now, our next song features these soloists. Lucy Hauser on alto sax, and Jean-Luc Usen on guitar. I'm not going to introduce this song.
Roncalli friends and family. I hope this video finds you and your family very well. I'm Tice Frigie. My father and I have done the auction services at Revelation for 4 years now. It's a bummer that we don't get to be doing it this year. Remember, all the proceeds of Revelation and this auction go to financial aid at Roncalli High School. Let's continue to change young people's lives. Thank you again for allowing me to be your auctioneer at Revelation for the last 4 years. Lot 100, VIP Student Package. Treat your Rebel student to a VIP experience for the 2020 and 2021 school year. Give your student a priceless peace of mind with their very own reserved parking spot, the only student spot sold this year. Let them socialize with 2 of their best friends adjoining lockers for the year. Pick all the songs for a Total Request Friday and have 1 week out of uniform and have your favorite cafeteria lunch menu for your birthday. Plus, you get free admission from the family to all RHS athletic and fine arts events with the Rebel VIP card. Lot 101, Roncalli 50th Year Celebration Blanket. Enjoy this one-of-a-kind handmade crochet afghan by our very own Sister Kathy Ann Lepore. This gorgeous blanket is made up of the gold 50 logo and the Roncalli red and blue. During the 120 hours spent crocheting, Sister Kathy Ann prays for the recipient of this blanket with every stitch. Lot 102, Rebel Football Fan Experience. Lunch with the new football coach and athletic director, reserved football game parking, reserved stadium seating. Be one of the first Rebel fans to get up close and personal with our new varsity football coach. Enjoy lunch at Gallagher's for you and a friend to eat with the new football coach, Coach Rodenberg, accompanied by the AD, David Lauk. Also, make your Friday night under the lights stress-free. Receive one reserved parking spot for all RHS home football games as well as reserved seats. By the way, you get to pick those and the seat location. Lot 103, Indianapolis Motor Speedway Race Package. Experience the Indy 500, 2 tickets to qualifications, 2 tickets to practice, and 2 suite tickets to attend the running of the Indy 500 and watch from a suite with open bar and food is included. Plus, you get a parking pass. Lot 104, Lake House Bbq with Principal. Enjoy a fabulous barbecue with our very own principal, Chuck Weisenbach, and his wife, Jane, at their lake house on Lake Santee in Greensburg, Indiana. Bring 8 to 10 guests, and all of the food and beverages will be provided. Lot 105, Golf Race and Roll, 2-seater ride experience where you ride in an Indy car. One participant will get to experience the speed and G-forces previously available to only a handful of elite drivers. This car is complete with an authentic racing power plant that can reach up to 180 miles per hour. Truly a ride of a lifetime. Plus, experience this award-winning golf course, Brickyard Crossing. Enjoy 18 holes for 4 golfers, golf cart and lunch included. Lot 106, Blessed Event with Father Hunter. Experience a blessed event in your home with Roncalli's own Father Hunter. That includes a private family mass, a home blessing, dinner with Father Hunter prepared by Mr. Trailer, canvas ready to hang of St. John the 23rd. 107, Colorado Trip Package. This is a 7-night stay in an Airbnb in Canyon City, Colorado. It sleeps 6 in July or August. Wine tasting and tour at the winery at Holy Cross Abbey. 2-day passes to Royal Gorge Bridge and Park, all-inclusive family pass to Sand Dunes Recreation in the Hot Springs. 4 adult passes to ride the Royal Gorge Train, 2 rounds of golf at the 4 Mile Ranch Golf Course, guided hiking, mountain bike, fishing, kayak, and rafting experiences. Lot 108, private behind-the-scenes tour with a walrus at the Indianapolis Zoo. Meet one of the amazing walruses up close and learn about some of the things that make this animal so unique to the Indianapolis Zoo. This experience is for 6 people. The minimum age is 6 and there must be at least 1 adult present. This includes a zoo admission and parking, and tours are available Monday through Friday. Plus, you can enjoy lunch with this Restaurant.com $100 gift card. Dine out at a variety of local restaurants by going on Restaurant.com. Lot 109, Graduation Package 2020. Make graduation stress-free with this great package. Graduation ceremony reserved seating for 8, photography by Stephen Welsh, VIP parking the day of graduation, a personalized message on the stadium scoreboard, a tray of 120 cafe cookies, receive a certificate for 2 dozen handmade truffles, receive $100 worth of groceries from Gordon Food Service with this gift card, and a custom printed 3x6 banner and 2 yard signs from Stadium Pro Graphics. This is a $150 value. Lot 110, Mega Performing Arts Fan Pack. Enjoy the fabulous Rebel talent from the Performing Arts Department with this mega package. It'll make show nights stress-free. Reserve parking for performances, performance t-shirts signed by Cash for each play and musical, reserved seating for 4, and a VIP card, good for all home events at RHS. Lot 111, Hershey, Pennsylvania trip. 6-night stay. Hershey, Pennsylvania at the Blue Green Vacation Suites during Fall Break 2020. This is October 11th through October 17th in 2020. Set out for a day of fun and adventure at nearby Hershey Park where chocolate was first invented. While on your trip, enjoy these 2 complimentary passes to the tropical butterflies and gardens at the Milton and Catherine Hershey Conservatory at Hershey Gardens, Hershey, Pennsylvania. Much, much more I can't even read. This is truly priceless. Lot 112, Bourbon Tour with Archbishop Thompson. Join Archbishop Charles Thompson on a private bourbon tasting tour. You and 5 guests will travel to Kentucky in style, making stops at some of the finest bourbon distilleries along the Kentucky Bourbon Trail. Transportation, lunch, snacks, and all the beverages will be provided. Just sit back and enjoy this one-of-a-kind experience with a dynamic leader of our Catholic diocese. This is truly priceless.
Hey Rebels, I'm Gary Armbruster and I'm the Director of Corporate Relations for Roncalli High School. It's been 39 years since I ran out of a locker room representing Roncalli on the basketball floor. 39 years is a long time and a lot has changed. My hairline's changed, my back's changed, and I promise you, after 2 knee surgeries, my knees have changed too. But one thing that hasn't changed is our corporate support. Over 50 years of Roncalli history, we have had sponsors like F.A. Wilhelm, Kaido and Casaro, Wholesale Fruits and Vegetables, Southeastern Supply, Jockey's Flowers, Stark & Wetzel, Kortzendorf Machinery, Universal Machine and Tool, Sanders Cleaners, and of course, the TP. Some of those sponsors still support us today, but tonight we want to honor and recognize our Rebelation sponsors. again, I'd like to thank our sponsors for stepping up this year. Lots of uncertainty out there, and they thought enough of Roncalli to support us as they've done in the past. So thank you very much, and go Rebels.
Cheers.
Cheers, Roncalli.
Cheers to Roncalli.
Cheers,
Cheers.
to Roncalli.
Cheers.
Cheers to 50 years.
Congratulations, Roncalli, on 50 years.
Cheers
from the Mattingleys.
Hi, we're Patrick and Cassie McGill, and we're here to say cheers to 50 years.
And here's to 50 more.
From the Newtons, here's to you, Roncalli. Cheers.
Salud, Roncalli! De parte de la familia Baker.
Cheers to 50 years, Roncalli, from the Straters.
Class of 16.
Class of 19.
Class of 2025.
Cheers, Roncalli High School, and 50 years.
And cheers to Radiant Revelation.
Hola, a los 50 años. Enhorabuena, felicidades.
Cheers to 50 years, Roncalli. Got my fancy koozie for a fancy night, so I'm ready for a great evening. Here we go.
Hey Roncalli family, this is Therese Carson. I'm sitting here with my 6-month-old granddaughter Tessa, Roncalli class of 2037, and we'd like to wish everyone out in Rebel Land a big cheers to 50 years. So Tessa, here's yours, and here's Gigi's. Cheers to 50 years.
Congratulations to Roncalli High School on 50 years of excellence. From the entire Davie family, well done, Rebels. Cheers.
Hey everybody, Phil Anderson here, Theater Director Roncalli. Really excited to share these clips from the fall musical and spring play. Enjoy.
You can't let a little thing like this get you down. Why, you're Don Lockwood. And Don Lockwood's an actor, isn't he? And what's the first thing an actor learns? The show must go on. Come rain, come shine, come sleet, come snow, the show must go on. So remember, short people have long faces. Long people have short faces. Big people have little humor, and little people have no humor at all. And in the words of that immortal bard, Samuel J. Snodgrass, as he was about to be led to the guillotine, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? My dad said, be an actor, my son, but be a comic, the one who will stand in line for those old honky-tonk monkey shine. Now you can study Shakespeare and be quite elite, or you can charm the critics and have nothing to eat. Just slip on a banana, peel the world with your feet. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? My grandpa said go out and tell them a joke, but give it plenty of hope. Make 'em roar, make 'em scream. Take a fall, but a wall, split a seam. You start out by pretending you're a dancer with grace. You wiggle till they're giggling all over the place, and then you get a great big custard pie in the face. Make 'em You can't let a little thing like this get you down. Why, you're Don Lockwood. And Don Lockwood's an actor, isn't he? And what's the first thing an actor learns? The show must go on. Come rain, come shine, come sleet, come snow, the show must go on. So remember, short people have long faces. Long people have short faces. Big people have little humor, and little people have no humor at all. And in the words of that immortal bard, Samuel J. Snodgrass, as he was about to be led to the guillotine, make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh. Don't you know everyone wants to laugh? My dad said, be an actor, my son, but be a comic, the one who will stand in line for those old honky-tonk monkey shine. Now you can study Shakespeare and be quite elite, or you can charm the critics and have nothing to eat. Just slip on a banana, peel the world with your feet. Make 'em laugh, make 'em laugh, make 'em Make 'em laugh. Make 'em
Really? From where I'm standing, the sun is shining all over the place. I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. What a glorious feel, I'm happy again. I'm laughing at clouds so dark up above. The sun's in the clouds chase everyone from the place. Come on with the rain, I will smile on my face. Walk down the lane with a happy refrain, just singing
Cheers.
Cheers, Roncalli.
Cheers to Roncalli.
Cheers
Cheers.
to Roncalli.
Cheers.
Cheers to 50 years.
Congratulations, Roncalli, on 50 years.
Cheers
from the
Mattinglys.
Hi, we're Patrick and Cassie McGill, and we're here to say cheers to 50 years.
And here's to 50 more.
There are 5 minutes remaining in the premier auction. Don't hesitate to buy those items and help with tuition assistance at Roncalli High School. Thank you.
From the Newtons, here's to you, Roncalli. Cheers.
Salud, Roncalli! De parte de la familia Baker.
Cheers to 50 years, Roncalli, from the Straters.
Class of 16.
Class of 19.
Class of 2025.
Cheers, Roncalli High School, and 50 years.
And cheers to Radiant Revelation.
Wow, Rebels, I am sitting here at home in my comfy chair, and we just hit $15,000 on our fund a cause, all for needs-based tuition assistance for our family, for our Roncalli family. Love you all. Thanks so much.
Hey everybody, Phil Anderson here, Theater Director Roncalli. Really excited to share these clips from the fall musical and spring play. Enjoy.
Hello, Reba.
Donald!
Evening, everybody.
Hi, Donald. How have you been?
I'm pretty good, Mr. Ed. How you been, Mrs. Sycamore?
Very well, thank you. Donald, were you ever in a monastery?
No, I don't go anyplace much. I'm on relief.
Yes, of course.
Here's the flies, Reba. Caught a big mess of them today.
Oh, you sure did.
I see you've been working, Mrs. Sycamore.
Yes, indeed, Donald.
How's Grandpa?
Just fine. He's over at Columbia this afternoon. The commencement exercises.
M-E-A-T. What's it go down there all the time for, Penny?
I don't know. It's so handy. Just around the corner.
Oh, Donald. Mr. DePina and I are going to go up to Mount Vernon to set the fireworks there next week. Do you think you could give us a hand?
Yes, sir. Only I can't take any money for it this year because if the government finds out I'm working, they'll get sore.
Oh. Ed, I had a wonderful idea in the bathroom just now. I was reading Trotsky. It's yours, isn't it?
Yeah, I left it there.
Who is it?
Trotsky. You know, the Russian Revolution.
Oh.
I thought of it as a really good fireworks idea. Do you remember the last days of Pompeii?
Oh, yes, Palisades Park. That's where we met.
Well, I'm doing the revolution. A full-hour display.
Say.
Paul, that's wonderful.
The red fire is the flag, huh?
Sure. And the Tsar and the Cossacks. Hello, Grandpa.
Well, sir, you should have been there. That's all I can say. You should have been there.
Was it a nice commencement, Grandpa?
Wonderful. They get better every year. You don't know how lucky you are. You're a snake.
Big class this year, Grandpa? How many were there?
Oh, must have been about 2 acres or so. Everybody graduated, yes, sir, and much funnier speeches than they had last year.
You want to hear a good speech? You go up and listen to Father Divine.
Oh, wait. They'll have them at Columbia.
Donald, will you tell Reba that Grandpa's home now? We won't wait for Miss Alice.
Reba, Grandpa's home. You can have dinner.
Evening, Grandpa. Evening, Mr. DePina.
Mr. DePina and I made a new skyrocket today, Grandpa. Wait till you see it. Didn't we make a fine rocket today, Mr. DePina?
We certainly did.
You know, I wonder why they don't have fireworks at commencements.
Don't make enough noise. You take a good commencement orator and he'll drown out a whole carload of fireworks. And say just as much, too.
Don't the graduates ever say anything?
No, they just sit there and cap a nightgown, get their diplomas, and then along about 40 years from now, they suddenly say, "Where am I?"
Hello, Grandpa. Have a nice day.
Hello, have a nice day. Don't I even get kissed?
Excuse me, Grandpa.
I'll take some tomatoes, too. You know, I could have used a couple of those this afternoon.
Father?
No, thanks.
Mother?
No thanks, dear.
Play something, Ed.
All right.
That came for you, Grandpa. Did you get it?
A letter for me? I don't know anybody.
It was for you, though. Had your name on it.
That's funny. Where is it?
Yes, it was on the outside.
Well, who's it from?
United States government.
Really? Wonder what they wanted.
There was one before that, too, from the same people. There were a couple of them.
Well, if any more come, I wish you'd give them to me.
Yes, Grandpa.
I think I'll go out to Westchester tomorrow and do a little snake hunting. God is the state. The state is God. What's that? God is the state. The state is God. Who says that? Trotsky. Well, that's all right. I thought you said it.
Oh, come now, Penny. I'm sure Mr. Kirby knows his own mind.
I wasn't making up his mind for him now, was I, Mr. Kirby?
That's quite all right, Mrs. Sycamore.
You see, you mustn't rush him, Mother. Well, all I meant was he's bound to get married, and suppose the wrong girl gets him. Here I am.
A vision of loveliness.
Oh, apparently you've had time to get acquainted. Oh, yes, Alice. We were just having a delightful talk about love and marriage. I'm so sorry I came down as fast as I could.
I didn't mind in the least.
Darn those flies in the kitchen. Why? Miss Alice, you look beautiful. Where are you going? I'm going out, Reba. Stefan, huh? That must be Kalenkov. We'd better go, Tony.
All right. Grandpa, you take cream on your cornflakes? I forget.
Half and half, Donald.
Ah, Rebishka! My little Rebishka!
Yes, Mr. Kalenkov.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Grandpa, I have just heard from Russia. The second 5-year plan is a failure.
I practiced today, Mr. Kalenkov.
My Pavlova.
Will you excuse us, Mr. Kalenkov?
My little Alice, never have I seen you look so magnificent.
Thank you. Tony, this is Mr. Kalenkov, Essie's dancing teacher. Mr. Kirby.
How do you do?
How do you do?
Will you pardon us, Mr. Kalenkov? We're going to go see the Monte Carlo Ballet.
The Monte Carlo Ballet? It stinks?
Yes, well, goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. I'm so glad to have met you all.
Goodbye. The Monte Carlo Ballet.
Isn't Mr. Kirby lovely? Oh, come on, everyone. Dinner's ready.
I thought he was quite nice, didn't you?
And so good looking. And he had such nice manners. Did you notice Paul? Did you notice his manners?
I certainly did. You were getting pretty personal with him.
Oh, now Paul. Anyhow, I think he's a very nice young man.
He kind of looks like a cousin of mine.
All right.
Fox! Diaghilev. Then you had the ballet.
I think if they get married here, I'll put the altar right where the snake is. You wouldn't mind, would you, Grandpa?
Not if the snake doesn't.
Oh no, they want to get married in a church, his family and everything.
I like a church wedding.
Of course.
Yes, of course they would.
Quiet, everybody. Quiet. Well, sir, we've been getting along pretty good for quite a while now, and we're certainly much obliged. Remember, all we ask is to just go along and be happy in our own sort of way. Of course, we want to keep our health, but as far as anything else is concerned, we'll leave it to you. Thank you. So the second 5-year plan's a failure, eh, Kalenkov?
You ready? We begin. Yes. Pirouette. Pirouette. Come, you can do that now. It's 8 years. At last. Entrechat. Entrechat. Yes. Perfect. No, Grandpa, you cannot relax with Stalin in Russia. The Tsar relaxed, and what happened to him?
He was too late.
If the Tsar had not relaxed, the Grand Duchess, Olga Katrina, would not be selling baked beans today.
Mr. Kalenkov!
Sorry. Back to the pirouette. Yes.
Can you change your posture for me, Mr. DePinna?
Okay, a little freer.
That's
a little
right.
freer with the hands. Yes, the whole body must work. Perfect, yes. Ed, help us with the music. The music must be free too. Yes, perfect, yes. B flat, yes, perfect. Oh, okay, yes, that is great. Keep going, yes. Okay, perfect. Beautiful Russian dancing, yes. It is like classic, it's like Bach. Diaghilev. Perfect, okay, yes. Okay, yes, dying swan, yes. perfect. Okay.
Miss Sycamore?
Oh, yes. Yeah,
Miss
it is
Sycamore!
What, Reba?
Good evening.
Oh. How do you do? How do you do?
Are we too early?
No, come right in. It's perfectly all right. We're glad to see you.
Why, of course. Only we thought it was to be tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night.
What? No, it's perfectly all right. Just make yourselves at home.
Tony, how could you have done such a thing?
I don't know. I thought
Really,
that...
Tony? This is most embarrassing.
Not at all. Why? We weren't doing a thing.
No, just a quiet evening at home.
That's all. Now, don't let it bother you. This is Alice's mother, Mrs. Sycamore.
How do you do?
Alice's sister, Mrs. Carmichael, Mr. Carmichael, Mr. Kolenkov, and Mr. DePinna. How do you do?
Don't mind me. I'll just take this right off.
Mr. DePinna, would you tell Mr. Sycamore to come right up? Tell him that Mr. and Mrs. Kirby are here.
And be sure to put your pants on.
Okay, excuse me.
Thank you.
Everybody stay right where you are. Don't move.
Oh, good heavens!
How's this? What is all this?
I demand an explanation. Shut up. Which one is it?
This is him.
Hey, wait, what's the meaning of this?
Ed!
I haven't done anything.
Oh, you haven't, huh?
This seems rather high-handed to me. What's it all about?
Department of Justice.
Oh my goodness, J-Man!
Ed, what have you done?
I haven't done anything.
What's the boy done, officer?
What is it? What's it all about? That door lead to the cellar?
Yes?
Yes.
Mac. Jim, take a look upstairs and see what we can find.
Yes, ma'am.
Come here, you. Ever seen these before?
Yes, they're my circulars.
You print this stuff, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
You put them in a box of candy and get in people's homes?
Yes, but I didn't mean anything by them.
Oh, you didn't, huh? Dynamite the Capitol. Dynamite the White House. Dynamite the Supreme Court. God is the state is God.
I just like to print things, that's all. Tell him, Grandpa.
Look, officer, the government's in no danger from Ed. Printing is just his hobby. That's all. He prints anything.
He does, eh?
I never heard of such nonsense.
Hey, just let me get my pipe, will you? Let me get my pipe.
Shut up. We were right, Chief. They have enough gunpowder down there to blow up the whole city.
But we only use that to...
Keep still. Everyone in this house is under arrest.
How's that?
Oh, good heavens.
Look here, officer. This is all nonsense.
If you could just let me get my pipe, I know.
Shut up! Officer, I think you... Shut up, all of you!
Stop that! Stop it! Stop struggling!
That is my mother.
Hey Rebels, I'm Gary Armbruster and I'm the Director of Corporate Relations for Roncalli High School. It's been 39 years since I ran out of a locker room representing Roncalli on the basketball floor. 39 years is a long time and a lot has changed. My hairline's changed, my back's changed, and I promise you, after 2 knee surgeries, my knees have changed too. But one thing that hasn't changed is our corporate support. Over 50 years of Roncalli history, we have had sponsors like F.A. Wilhelm, Kaido and Casaro, Wholesale Fruits and Vegetables, Southeastern Supply, Jockey's Flowers, Stark & Wetzel, Kortzendorf Machinery, Universal Machine and Tool, Sanders Cleaners, and of course, the TP. Some of those sponsors still support us today, but tonight we want to honor and recognize our Rebelation sponsors. Once again, I'd like to thank our sponsors for stepping up this year. Lots of uncertainty out there, and they thought enough of Roncalli to support us as they've done in the past. So thank you very much, and go Rebels.
Hey Rebels, this is your 5-minute warning. 5 minutes. Don't miss out on that auction item that you've been eyeing. You know you'll regret it tomorrow. And it's all for a good cause, needs-based tuition assistance for our Roncalli families. Once the auction closes, winners will receive an email with detailed instructions. This email will walk you through payment and will give you information on how and where to pick up anything that you might have won at tonight's event. Thanks for celebrating with us. I hope you have enjoyed Radiant Revelation as much as I have. I hope this gold glitter eyeshadow coordinates both my PJs, don't you think? Thanks, Rebels, and cheers to 50 years.
I have 3 children who have gone or are going to Roncalli currently, and they are all 3rd-generation Rebels. I graduated in 1984 from Roncalli, and my mom graduated from Sacred Heart in '63. The first back-to-school night I attended with my oldest, Calvin. I was walking through the halls, the same halls that I had walked through several years before, and I was seeing some of the same teachers that had taught me, and I'm passing all the other students' parents. I realized that those parents weren't just parents, but a large portion of them were people who I had passed in those halls when we were all students together.
In 2012, our daughter was finishing her freshman year at our local public school in a wonderful community we had moved to for its fantastic public schools. She came to us and said she wanted more. Our response was, more what? So as we were all contemplating that discussion, she met some amazing young women who happened to go to Roncalli, and they loved Roncalli, and they talked a lot about Roncalli. So as the summer went on, she approached us again and said, I think I know where I want to be. What she found there was an environment where it was cool to be involved, it was normal to be passionate about things, and it was urged for you to be a leader.
There's so many people at Roncalli who go and help at food pantries and retirement homes, but there's also just a sense of kindness and a willingness to help others in everyday life.
Roncalli offers opportunities for everyone, and students also help create opportunities. There are so many students with different backgrounds and different cultures and different talents.
Roncalli has so many avenues for kids to find themselves.
Before I came into high school, I was kind of scared that I wouldn't find a place to fit in, but it didn't turn out to be a problem at all because there were so many students and teachers who reached out to my classmates and me and helped us find so many different clubs and teams and groups where we could feel like we belonged.
Some students and myself led a student event called Our Family Day, which was hosted back in March. Each student was very open to trying out new things as well as coming up with new ideas each and every day.
The first thing that was very important to us is that our kids could go to a school where they could actually pray when they wanted to.
As a Roncalli Rebel, we also focus on what's most important, which is including our faith in God into everything we do. I've participated in cross country, track, show choir, and theater, and in every single one of those groups, prayer has been a very important part. Whether it be before a competition or after practice, we always found some time to come together as a group and pray together.
We realized that Roncalli is so much more than a school, it's a family, and those are probably the main reasons we decided to send our children there, because we wanted our kids to be a part of that family.
As Catholics in this world, when we struggle, when we need help, when we need assistance, we look to the loving arms of the church to hold us, to embrace us, to make sure that we're taken care of.
She found open arms, not just from the students who became her friends, but their families as well, who welcomed her and held her accountable and loved her well, just like we did.
The welcoming environment, the fact that we get to pray together, the fact that there's always going to be someone to have your back, these are all things that you find within a family. And I think that's the most special part about Roncalli.
We are so grateful that not only our daughter wanted more, but that Roncalli provided that more for all three of our children.
There are people out there who desire Roncalli education. They want that ability to connect with their spirit and their faith in such a special way that Roncalli can offer. And they need our assistance. They need the loving and warming embrace that the Mother Mary offered to Jesus after he had died, and that the church offers to us as well. So why do we need to give to tuition assistance? Because we're called as people of service. We're called to be rebels, to be a member of the Roncalli community and support those students and those families who are in most need. So please consider giving as a part of our Revelation this year. God bless you. I'll be praying for you.
I'll always be very proud and very grateful to be a part of the Roncalli family.
What an evening. What an absolutely fabulous, wonderful evening. Thank you. Thank you for being a part of our first ever virtual Revelation. Thank you for making this evening such a great, great success. Tonight, we came together, as it seems like we always do in the Roncalli family, to support one another. I'm proud to be a Roncalli Rebel. Always have been, always will be. I hope you've enjoyed this evening as much as my wife Jane and I have enjoyed it. But I have to be honest, it certainly was different. Tonight was different. And it wasn't the same as celebrating Revelation there in the school, in the family room. So please, take a moment, mark your calendars for Saturday, April 24th, 2021, and next year's Revelation. We're going to get through all this together, and next year we're going to be back together in the family room. God bless you, Rebels. Thank you for a wonderful evening. I look forward to seeing you very soon.